Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord. Welcome to Door Devos today. The meditation of my heart is on Psalm 22, verses 1 to 11. Psalm 22 was written by King David. David wrote centuries before the advent of Christ. Yet David's expressions of sorrow closely foreshadow Christ on the cross. Christ identified with the opening line of Psalm 22 while on the cross, saying, my God, why have you forsaken me?" You can compare Matthew 27:46 with Psalm 22:1 to see that. Other notable comparisons are in verses 7 and 8. Verse 7 of Psalm 22 parallels the mocking of Jesus that he endured on the cross. Matthew 27:39 records that those who passed by Jesus were shaking their heads and mocking him. Verse 8 gives us some tone to the mocking, the people saying things like, "He relies on God, let God rescue him now." Matthew 27:43 is that fulfillment. For Matthew 26:63 and 64, we know Jesus answered in the affirmative. When the chief priest asked, "Are you the Messiah?" he said, "You have said it," or "You are correct." We know that the plaque over Jesus on the cross read, "This is Jesus, King of the Jews," another way of saying the Messiah. Many people who passed by the cross of Christ were familiar with Psalm 22. The insults that they would have been sharing with him would have been intensified by the irony of the human race using Scripture, God's own word, to mock the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, who was on the cross dying to save them. We cannot even imagine what Christ went through emotionally. Jesus had to pay the price for sin on his own. It was no accident that Christ was crucified. It was the plan of the Father to pay the price for sin through his Son, Jesus Christ, on the cross. That's where the meditations of my heart are today. Read through Psalm 22. There's much more. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.